My name is Mike,
Hi.
and this is Brittany, and we moved to Okinawa, Japan last year, and we've been here a little over a year, and we really wanted to learn Japanese before coming over here, and since we've been here, to be able to just interact with the Okinawan people a little bit more out and about, and just makes life a little easier when you can read street signs and menus and things, and talk to people.
And had you tried to learn any Japanese before moving to Okinawa?
We did. We both used Rosetta Stone, and we were learning some Japanese, and we were learning a lot of, it was very helpful for, beginner phrases and things like that, but it wasn't really progressing us to conversational Japanese. And so once we got here, we really wanted to be able to speak it and really read it, but mostly speak it. And so we decided to try to find a class, and we found Blue House. And actually when I started, I said, I just want to learn how to speak it. I don't want to learn how to write it or read it or anything like that. And it really has been more helpful to know how to read hiragana, katakana. I can't read kanji, but just to be able to read and write hiragana, katakana has been a lot more helpful in actually learning Japanese, and being in the class and being able to speak with native Japanese speaker has been such a huge help in conversational practice.
Yeah, and I think learning to help learn anything helps. So I think Blue House has been a huge help, adding that conversation piece with native speakers. So in addition to some Rosetta Stone that we've done, or I've made some flashcards that I use to study, and I'll listen to podcasts driving to and from work to just try and help listen and speak.
So have taking the conversational classes and being able to interact with locals, has that kind of raised your confidence to go out into the community and be able to have daily conversations with locals or organizations?
I think that's probably the main thing that it's done. I think we were learning using online resources, using flashcards, and listening to podcasts, and that's all really, really helpful. But learning to speak with our native speakers, listen at the speed that they speak, has been helpful in giving us a little bit of confidence to go out into the community, the local community, and try to interact with tourists, or even if it's just to ask, whatever, just to know those phrases in my head already, to say it because I've said it before. That's been the most helpful part of it, is the conversational piece.
Yeah, and it helps just having people that you're able to converse with, but then also still stay in touch with throughout the week, to be able to ask questions to, and encounter phrases or things that you don't know what they mean. So we're feeling pretty good about your Japanese one day, and then go to buy something at the store and hear a phrase thrown back at you and have zero idea what it means. So it helps being able to bounce those phrases or ideas, or hey, does this phrase make sense if I were to say that, or does this word mean what I think it means? Having that resource available has been very helpful.
Would you, I've heard a lot that Japanese is kind of scary to English speakers to learn. It's intimidating, and I know quite a few people who kind of give up early in trying to learn it. Would you say that there's taking the classes, you get to a point where once you start learning so much, you kind of catch on, it gets easier and easier?
I think so. I think there are some days that I feel like, oh man, I'm really getting good at this, and I feel like, I know how to say a lot and I can understand a lot when I'm out in town. And then there are some days I feel like I haven't learned anything, and somebody will say something to me, like Mike was saying, and you're just like deer in the headlights. You don't know what they said, you don't know how to respond. But I think really the key is trying to make yourself do something or practice every day, which I think Blue House has been really helpful, you know, going to class once a week, but also being able, like Mike was saying, to use the Slack app to connect with people that are in other classes or people that are in our class to ask questions, or just like the daily conversation. What are you doing today? What did you eat today? Just to continually practice speaking it and writing it or typing it. That's been the key for me, because I find, you know, if we go on vacation or if we have a busy week and I don't do anything for a week at a time, I fall back in my progress. So I think the key is, if you feel like you are not learning, or you feel like, oh man, this is really intimidating, is just to practice it. Even if it's just for 10 minutes every day, just practice a little bit every day, because it helps it stick in your brain better.
And does that, using the Slack app and being able to talk to other students or the teachers, does that really help you with the questions that you might have?
Yeah. It definitely
I think it
does.
absolutely does. And I think it gives you a little more confidence too when you're out and about, like with our kids at the playground or something, and there's a Japanese family. It gives you a little more confidence to maybe interact a little bit and practice a little bit, and show that you're willing to try and learn their language as well, which I think is a good thing. So I like to be able to do that when we're out and about, instead of just stand awkwardly in silence and be the silent foreigner. So it's been very helpful. Beautiful people here. The people are so nice and welcoming, and we absolutely love it here. So I think you'll enjoy it here if you're coming here, and I'd stay here as long as they let me.
Definitely.